said, empty your mind.
Hey everybody, welcome to our very first quarantine Wing Chun Kung Fu video. My name's Master Wahnish. If you don't know me, I've been teaching the art of Wing Chun Kung Fu now for well over 2 decades. So quite a lot of experience. I've written a few books. I filmed the entire program from A to Z back in 2013. And I have a course, Wing Chun Online. There's a few copycats out there, so be careful if you're interested in that. There's a link down below where you can email me personally and I'll give you more information about my program. Now, this is our very first Kung Fu, Wing Chun Kung Fu, self-distancing, quarantine, COVID Kung Fu training, whatever you want to call it, we're here. This has been a crazy time for everybody. I've been following this since day one, and the minute I saw them block every road into Wuhan, China, full of dirt, blocking a city of 11 million people in, I knew we were in quite a bit of trouble. And now it's here and it's affecting all of our lives, from, you know, financial to physical, mental. We're just being tested on all different levels. I can relate with everybody out there, as I'm in the same boat. We're all in this boat and we're all gonna get through this together. Now, in today's lesson, I'm gonna be covering a few different things, and I'm gonna keep it kind of brief because this is our first lesson here, and I'm not sure how the sound's working, if everything's working as it should, the lighting, all these factors I will tweak out lesson to lesson so it becomes better each lesson. So just bear with me if anything's a little bit off. And I don't want to be teaching too long and then find out that I have no sound or things didn't work out the way they should. So today is going to be a quick intro lesson, and I'm going to be digging into more lessons and more content day by day by day. Now, the first thing I think we should start off with is the Silam Tao form. Now, the Silam Tao form is the first form of the Wing Chun system. It's the dictionary of the Wing Chun system. And what I'm going to be doing with you today is a simple follow along through this form. Now, I have this form up here on YouTube where you can see step by step, section by section, the entire form broken down into extreme detail. So for now, if you're just jumping in today's first lesson, follow along the best you can, and then you can always go watch these lessons in more detail on my channel. I'll put some links down to those below as well, where you can see the introduction to the Silam Tao to learn more about the form, and then learn each section of the form piece by piece. Now, Wing Chun Kung Fu is an amazing art. It's just a brilliant art, and there's so many intricacies of this art, and I want to share every aspect of it with you. It's just going to take a little bit of time for us to get there. So one other beautiful thing about the Silam Tao form is it's a Qigong form, meaning it works on your internal Qi, moving energy throughout your body. So it's a great form to relieve stress, and it's a great form to help boost your immune system as well. So I think this is just a great place for everybody to just start, especially if you've been very inactive. This is a great place to just get started with breathing, moving energy in and out from your body, relaxing, and basically getting a little bit more active, getting more blood and Qi flowing throughout your body. So today we're going to just start with the Silam Tao form. So I'm going to back up here. This should have my feet in the camera. If you don't have a piece of tape or a line, it's good to work on a straight line so your feet are on the straight line. There's no footwork within this form. It's no footwork, so you just need a straight line to keep your feet on. Now, when you're starting off the form, the most important thing you do is make sure you're in a good stance before you begin. So if everything's kind of sloppy, you really just don't want to keep going. At the beginning, you're going to kind of tighten up your stance, make sure you're in a good stance and in good form. Once again, it looks very simple, and it is a very simple form, but there's a lot of detail to this. That's why I have every section of it up so you can really get all the detail. Right now, we're going to do a simple follow along. Now, there's one thing you're going to see me do, I'll do today a little bit differently than in my instruction. Normally I do this circle and circle, and today I might start off with this, as you've probably seen more on TV, in movies, Bruce Lee documentaries, Ip Man films. It's just a simpler way to get in that stance and make sure you're in a good shoulder width position. So when we get in this good stance, our knees are slightly bent in. They shouldn't be hurting. You might feel a little stress right here. Your back is straight and your arms are here. Common mistakes I always see right off the bat is people having their hands like this, resting against their side. The minute I see that going throughout the whole form, I know most of their Kung Fu is actually off, just because this is just incorrect right off the bat. So if they've been shown that right off the bat wrong, most likely a lot of other mistakes are going wrong throughout the system. And then I notice a lot of people are doing it like they're almost what I call matrix Wing Chun, where they're leaning back for some reason, and it's just throwing all their energy, their chi off, their balance off, a lot of incorrect things. So there's a lot of detail that we want to make sure we have right. So let's just get started. And what I'm going to have you do is everything we do in the Silam Tao form starts with the left side first. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to be your mirror. So I'm going to be using my right hand and you're using your left hand, so we're following each other. So you don't have to turn around and be watching me like this. You can just follow me. I'm a mirror image from you. So you're going to be doing it properly. I'll be starting with my right side. You're starting with your left side. That way I work as your mirror. So we're all going to start with our feet together, our hands at our side. Take a deep breath in and out. Just relax, let your shoulders relax, your arms relax. You're going to bring your hands straight up, straight back. Once again, it shouldn't be anything but just straight back here. Bend your knees, let your feet make a V, and then your heels come out. Now your feet are on a straight line. If it looks a little bit off, it could be camera angle, but if I'm right up against this, they're on a straight line. I'm going to back up just to make sure they're on the camera. Straight line, knees in, back straight, and your arms at your side. So rather than me going through every little inch of detail right now, just follow me along to the best you can, and then you can go back and watch this in detail on my other instruction videos, as I mentioned before. So here we go. Breath in, out. One thing I do want everybody to do is make sure you're in that good stance. Double check, look. Arms relaxed before we begin. So that's the first 3 sets of the Silam Tao form. That's the intro set, where we're coming here, a punch set, where we're coming out here, and then the Tan Sao set, which was that 3rd set. And it seems real easy when you're just following along, and when I'm breaking it down, it seems like there's a whole lot more to it because you're getting all the detail, and I can't stress this enough. Please go back and watch those videos in detail so you really get all the detail of the form. Now, my goal in these lessons to come is to basically just have you follow along so we can get through the form, really clear our minds, release some stress, get some chi and blood flow flowing. We'll go over some footwork, understanding the footwork. We'll get some punching drills in. We'll get some kicking drills in. We'll cover a whole bunch of activities so you'll essentially have a Wing Chun Kung Fu warm-up for you to do at your house. I might be mixing in some of these lessons like I'm doing today, where it's just me live in the middle of this quarantine Kung Fu session, or I might take lessons from the program if I don't have time because I'm with the kids. then I can, put some of those lessons in the mix. I think you'll notice I'm a lot younger and those lessons, so it'll be very easy for you to tell what's what. The newer lessons, of course, will be in this space, as you can tell. So we're going to be covering a whole lot of things, a whole lot of aspects. Please leave comments down below, questions, anything you want me to cover, any questions you have, anything you want me to answer for you, anything you want me to go over. My wife, I might be able to bring her in as a partner, or my daughter, I can bring her in as a partner. But my goal is to really give everybody something that you can just do, because we're all kind of stuck on our own. Most of my students, my school was in New Rochelle, New York. Most of my students are still in New Rochelle. So everybody's on lockdown. Things are just getting tighter and tighter and tighter every day. And the social distancing needs to take place more than ever. So everybody needs to respect that. So I want to give you guys a ton of, and girls and ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, everybody, I want to give you guys things that you can work at your house to just keep going on your own, give you a good Kung Fu warm-up. We cover the Silam-Tao form, punching drills, kicking drills, with 3-level punching, numeric punching, chain punching. There's numerous things we can get through in the system ourselves, and then we can start bringing in our family members to come help us work with some Pak Sao drills, and as we build up to Chi Sao even, we'll get through it. So one more time, let's do the Silam-Tao form, the first 3 sets. Excellent. Now, those first 3 sets, you can really, and I did that a little bit fast just because I wanted everybody to not get too lost. When I drag that really slow, people tend to drift and be like, oh, this takes too long. So, but you can really do that to where you're just going really slow. You're breathing in. You're breathing out. There's really no rush. No rush. You can take that really slow and you will find it's very centering, very relaxing, very calming, which is something we all need nowadays. I just can't stress that enough. This is something that we've never gone through before. It's taxing. Unless you're in total denial, this is taxing your body in some way, shape, or form. The Silam-Tao form is just a great way to release that stress, move some stuck chi, and really get things flowing in your body and clearing your mind. So thank you for joining me today. That's it, just a short lesson for this first quarantine Kung Fu. Just wanted to say, hey, reach out. I'm gonna be going into more detail as time comes and covering all sorts of things. I actually have a webcam that should be coming in the mail this week. As soon as it gets here, we will do some live streams, live chats, all sorts of fun things to come. Thank you for joining me today. Be safe, be well, and I'll talk to everybody soon.